Hey guys, Tyrip here, bringing you Warcraft Wednesday once again. We are on Northern Isles. Playing for today, spawning in the north we have Happy. I think it's Undead, getting our Death Knight. Past Death Knight, Slow Fiends, Ted Fiend style. Myself against them in the south playing as Human, we have Romantic. A bit of militia creeping going on here to start things out. Scout Acolyte keeping tabs on what Romantic's up to.
The player's forces are under attack.
The Death Knight gonna come creep this with just some skeletons. This match is from the Warcraft Gold League Finals. So, highly prestigious match, this one. There we go, level 2 for the Archmage, picks up Potion of Invulnerability from that camp.
A player's forces are under attack.
Back the other way, Happy. Got the Gloves of Haste, going for the Murlocs now. So no harass with the Death Knight. I'm not looking to come over here and call snipe any creeps. Just gonna creep up with his Skelly Rod. And hit level 2. But yeah, this style, you know, fast tech, slow fiends,
A player's forces
can't really
are
get
under
that
attack.
aggressive, and you can't also creep that well, so keep playing it by the book. There we go, gets level 2. Aggro's this camp, likely to get some bloodlust on this, just in case Romantic wants to go creep that. Make it a little bit trickier for him. And there we go, manages to core snipe off one of the Murlocs there. Now looking to finish off the water elemental, get a little bit more experience, but nice deny from Romantic, good stuff there. And comes the Fiend.
A player's forces are under
Chop
attack.
through this footman. Meanwhile, the militia starting up the camp. Oh, I think he got that. Yeah. Didn't get there for the big ogre. Didn't get the item either. Maybe a footman about to go down here. Yep, there we go. One militia fall as well. About to be another. So the gold mine. Be controlling this nicely. Another peasant going down there. Level 3 for the Archmage now. Another peasant. Wow. And with that, Happy pulls back. Low in health. Out of mana. But got a lot of damage done there. So he's off to a pretty good start. Going all the way back. What's he gonna do now? He's in his tier 2 timing. Not starting up the Lich. Goes for the slaughterhouse.
Forces are under attack.
He's gonna pick up a tavern hero maybe. Nope, it's gonna be the Lich. The illusion out here doing some scouting. Maybe slow them down a little bit as well. Bit of blocking. Picks off a critter there to make some skellies. Do have one tower about halfway done in the back, and then come the skeletons. He's taking quite a lot of damage here on his Death Knight just from Archmage right clicks.
Player's forces are under attack.
All the footmen going back trying to stop the skeletons, but he does lose one peasant, could lose another. Couple skellies going down. Happy focusing down the water elemental, looking for more and more experience. And there we go. Ooh, Coil picks off a peasant. But yeah, now with the arcane tower up and the skeleton harass, not going to be nearly as powerful. And these fiends quite low here. Really needs a statue. But oh, he's supply stuck. Waiting for the ziggurat to finish. For a pretty fast tick up here as well. And Happy pulling back now. Out of mana on the Death Knight. Doing a little bit of creeping. Romantic doing some scouting. Okay, Vault going down. Already got the lumber mill up back here. And tick started for Romantic. Oh, he stops the creep camp as soon as he hits level 3 on the Death Knight. Interesting.
A town is under siege.
Go illusion.
A player's
Do
forces
some
are under
reconnaissance. See, Archmage's going to pick up here from the store. Boots maybe? No, stuff, teleportation. Oh, and here we go. Lich gets a footy kill there with the Frost Nova. Here comes the statue. A little bit more experience to Happy. Yeah, pretty sure he got it. Did echo the creeps though with that? A little bit of damage. It looks like the footmen trying to maneuver their way across the map. Maybe going to come harass these acolytes. Going to be coming in a little bit late though. Ideally you want to be doing this a bit earlier in the ticking phase. If you do get any acolyte kills, the opponent has to wait a lot longer before they can rebuild them. As it stands here, doesn't even go for the harass, just going to lose a couple footmen. Great blocking here with the statue from Happy. This is incredible stuff. 2 footmen down. Wow, that was some really impressive control. Mantic didn't really try too many dukes himself though. Just left that footman to move automatically. Put some damage here on the statues. See 3 of them. He is going for a destroy form next. Okay. Picked up the Orb of Corruption. Picks off 1 footy. But still, you know, he has to be a little bit careful. This small army could still do a decent amount of damage to his acolyte line. He has actually upgraded a spirit tower. You don't see that too often. Maybe so he can try get aggressive with his army without having to pull back.
A player's forces are under
Romantic
attack.
coming in now. Wow, picks up a Pit Lord as his final hero. Interesting choice. Picks off one of the ghouls there. Instantly rebuilds it as it does Happy. And it looks like he's going straight on past the expansion, going for the main. And he's going to find, yeah, the workshops. Double workshop, maybe suggesting we're going to see some tank play. We do have 1 level of masonry upgraded as well.
Forces are under attack.
Yeah, interrupting the workshops there. Meanwhile, back the other way, we've got a destroyer up in the air doing a lot of damage to these summons and the footmen. Taking them out quickly. So the harass here is going to come to an end. MK pops out of the altar and straight away evacuating the area. A couple farms getting picked off here. We do see Romantic with a tremendous amount of gold. Starting his workshops back on the other side at his expansion instead. He's getting harassed here. Quite a few farms. Mountain King coming in. And maybe just a little bit of a distraction. Destroyer joining the army now. He's trying to get in deep. He's going to go for the towers potentially, but these towers spitting out a lot of damage, and in comes the Blizzard. Coil onto the Fiend. Keeps it alive. But interesting transition there. Getting out of the water elementals. Doesn't really need them with the destroyers up there. More of a liability than anything else. Oh wow, a 3rd workshop going up for Romantic. If he sees this, has to be expecting tanks at this stage. How's he going to deal with it? We saw some really good Crypt Lord usage. Crypt Lord also, you know, Rain of Fire can kind of do damage against tanks, not quite as reliable though. Here comes the Blizzard, doing some decent damage there. Wow, puts down a healing ward. Destroyer morphs. Which gets out of there as soon as Happy turns around. More blizzard coming down. No statue at the moment, so this cannot be easily healed. Puts up a healing ward way in the back, and he pops the invul just to cancel it. And Happy goes for the surround and he gets it. Can he keep it up here though? Good. Switching of positions, gonna lose one fiend in the process, might lose another. The invul about to wear off and does. But he breaks the surround lich without enough mana for the Nova here. Unable to get the kill. Oh, he's running in deep. He really wants to cancel that healing ward. Staffing, where's he staffing to? It's going to be the expansion. This is really well built up. Look at this. Might as well be the main at this stage. And we're going to see a paladin coming in third. No surprises there. Be coming in looking to take out a few more towers now. Maybe he has broken upkeep up to 60 food at the moment. This is doing some really good damage here. Happy kind of backing himself into a corner. This blizzard. This is insane damage. These fiends getting super low. He could lose his whole fiend army here. He's town pulling out, but it's too late. 2 more fiends go down. And that was just a disaster for Happy, backing himself into the corner, losing so many fiends. And here come the tanks. Going across the map. Get found by Happy. So he's going to start some creeping though. The issue is, you know, if the human player can go do some creeping of his own, there are so many camps still left on the map. He can level those heroes up nicely while Happy has to deal with those tanks. Get himself back into the game in terms of hero levels. Quite far behind at the moment. Here we go, tanks in the base. We've got 2 meat wagons here at the ready. Couple acolytes coming off gold. And comes the blizzard. Okay, dealing with the meat wagons. Hero focus. Onto the archmage. Archmage gets locked out. Staffing to safety. Oh, the main's going down quickly though. Black Citadel in some big trouble. These tanks. One of them goes down. Oh, but he loses it. And there we go. Romantic Town Portal's out. Can he take down one more tank in the process? No. So he only lost 1 tank. Took down the Black Citadel. That is a disaster for Happy. It's not like he has an expansion to fall back on either. He's going to rebuild it as a necropolis. It's very important he doesn't lose his slaughterhouse now.
A player's forces are
rebuild it. We're going to do a bit more creeping in the meantime. Had an awkward amount of food as well. 52 out of 60. And here come the tanks. Another round of them coming out. Another set all in production as well. Did he lose? Did he lose one of his meat wagons?
Forces are under attack.
No. Oh, he must have. Okay, there we go. Tank doing a bit of a drive-by. Meanwhile, human heroes going to do some creeping. Tanks just running around, avoiding too much damage. Destroyers just focusing them. Very slow though. Magic damage against fortified. Not doing much. And the tanks again.
A player's forces are under attack.
Intercepted. But this is where the Crypt Lord was so good, you know, it could just do so much damage to these moving tanks. Pit Lord, the tanks have to be stationary for the Rain of Fire. Inflict the damage. And it's even creeping out Happy's expansion position. Some important hero levels there. Level 2 on the Paladin now. Imagine he's going to get Divine Shield. Yep. Level 4 on the Archmage. So while Happy's going to run around, fight these tanks, these human heroes powering up. Stuffing a couple tank back there just to heal it up. So Happy going to try and intercept here, maybe go for a bit of a block.
Players' forces are under attack.
The heroes continuing to creep. Oh, Happy finds them. Interrupting here. That one goes invulnerable straight away. Might have to town portal out of this one. Oh, MK. Oh, doesn't get the holy light in time. And MK goes down. There's the army still chasing down the tanks.
A player's forces are under attack.
Pick off another one here. There we go. Oh, a lot of damage onto that statue. Human heroes still looking to get aggressive, and here comes another wave of tanks sneaking their way over to the base. We also have a Zeppelin coming across. Gonna try and maybe drop onto this gold mine. Got the reveal up. We got 3 meat wagons back here though. That is a lot of damage to try and take down the fortified armor on these tanks. Let's see if this will be successful. Lizard onto the meat wagons, huge damage. He evades most of it though.
Players' forces are under attack.
Meat wagons switching targets now. Oh, and they're going down fast to the blizzard. Take down these tanks. He's coming across to repair the necropolis, but it looks like it might go down. The meat wagon falls. Gold mine's still intact though. And wow, he didn't get his tank out there with that town portal. Okay, so Happy gets out of this one pretty well. The triple meat wagon's enough to fight off that wave of tanks. And now he's actually getting expansion, gets scouted by this extremely low tank. And after that successful fight, Happy looking to get aggressive now. Oh, he's got the soapy mask, such a good item for the Death Knight.
The town is under siege.
Or maybe he's not, maybe he's just gonna aggressively creep. Deny some more experience to these human heroes. I'm gonna see a transition from romantic. Don't see any more buildings back at his base, so it doesn't look like it's gonna stick with the tanks. Go for he's got a mithril plating. Okay, once again Happy finding the tanks working their way across the map. And some damage onto them. Zeppelin up in the air, but doesn't have any tanks inside, and expansion is up for Happy. Gold mine's still with about 3k left in it though. It's got a spear acolyte here for repairs, not a bad idea. There's some pretty good damage to the tanks, but romantic splitting them nicely. Meanwhile, Undead heroes chasing down the human heroes, trying to deny them experience. Nice staff out.
Is under siege.
Avoids the coil, and here we go. Tanks going after the expansion. Happy quick on the repairs, but doesn't have any meat wagons
Players' forces are under attack.
available to help fight this off. And the gold mine is dead. Looks like a tank's gonna fall here. Is this a freshly loaded Zeppelin? 2 tanks in it. Looks like he's going to go for a drop, but this one should be well defended. 3 meat wagons back here. In come the human heroes though. That could be a problem. Undead heroes not close enough. Okay, there we go. Once again though, the blizzard on top of the meat wagons doing some good damage. Meat wagons, oh, doing good damage as well. Good work by Romantic. Popping it in and out of the Zeppelin, avoiding a bit of damage from meat wagons. Heading to the micro attacks. Pops him back in the Zeppelin enough to get the town portal out, keep him alive. Very successful attack. Got a lot more buildings in that assault. Got out of there without losing too many tanks as well. And now the rest of the tanks coming across. There's just so many tanks. Got 6 here.
A player's forces are
3 in
under attack.
production. And 2 back at base. It's the entire army of tanks. Fully upgraded now, 3-3. Okay, expansion about to run out here though. For Romantic, so that might slow down his tank production. Going to be important for Happy to deny any further expansions if he wants to shut down this kind of tank play. Oh, Mountain King in a bit of trouble. Let's have these. Still only got 1 Staff of Sanctuary, so he just used it on the tank. He has to be careful. And look, Pit Lord just running around trying to inflict some damage onto these tanks. Romantic sends the 2 low health ones for some repairs, sends the rest to the Undead base. Happy starting back up his expansion gold mine again. Okay, we've got 3 meat wagons, about to be a 4th to help fight off this next wave of tanks. And some tanks getting loaded into the Zeppelin as well. Okay, they're coming across to the expansion position first. Lich and Death Knight there. But Romantic just runs away with a low health tank, and Happy can't afford to go for the chase down. And what's he doing with the rest of his army? Sending it back over to the main.
A player's forces
But there's
are
nothing
under
hidden
attack.
over that way, just a tiny bit. He loses the expansion. Oh, nice surround there with the Acolytes. The Blizzard gonna break the surround. And he staffs out the low health tank as well. Dropping salt in the wounds. We've got the 3 meat wagons back here to try and deal with these 2 tanks. Should be able to take care of them quite effectively. Tries to jump back into the Zeppelin, and he does. He maybe could have been focusing that the whole time with the Spirit Tower, but he seems to be having a little bit of trouble fighting off this multi-pronged attack from Romantic. 700 gold left, but Romantic also running out of gold. Both his gold mines are exhausted. He's got 2,000 in the bank. Oh boy! Button goes down there. 2,000 in the bank though, and it looks like he's about to explode into high upkeep.
Are under attack.
Putting a few more farms. Stuff out. Oh, right as the coil was about to land, but he can come over here and interrupt this.
A town is under siege.
I'm surprised he sucked off that so early. Maybe he gave the Mountain King an opportunity to escape, but he knows what he's up to. Gets the kill there, so hero levels stand in check. Going over to the expansion once again. The Archmage. Yeah, here we go. Tanks, tanks, tanks. All these low health ones getting repaired up. It's going to be like a 90 food army of tanks. He's killing off his peasants to make a little bit more room in his army. So he doesn't have to build any more farms. It's going to be an enormous tank army. He's got tanks stacked up in production as well. How is Happy going to stop this? He's got 4 meat wagons. Expansion is going up. Defended by the Pit Lord at the moment. I'm seeing the Mountain King coming back. Oh, it's a bloodbath. All those peasants dead. To friendly fire as well. Heartless. Okay, Zeppelin. Going for a Zeppelin drop to start things off. If he finds the tanks once again. And here we go, another wave of tanks breaking out down the left hand side. Pit Lord coming out of base. We still got the 4 wagons here. Nothing protecting the expansion at the moment though. That's about to be hit by a huge wave of tanks. Be surprised if that one survives. Here we go, Happy finding a few more tanks trying to sneak their way out of the expansion position. And here we go, it's all on. Tank time. Close to 90 food of basically only tanks and heroes. Let's see if Happy can survive this one. No, he just straight away unsummons the expansion, sends the acolytes over to the main for some repairs. Happy doing some good damage to the tanks as they make the journey across, but this is just so many tanks. How is he going to stop all this? Okay, meat wagons opening up, focusing down the heroes with his heroes. Meat wagons doing some good damage to the tanks, but in comes a blizzard. 3 meat wagons getting targeted by that. They're all low after that. Take care of these tanks quickly, but the tanks are just ripping through the undead base. They're going down so quickly. These buildings cannot survive. Meat wagons doing their best, doing what they can. But this undead base does not stand a chance. Okay, goes down. Now Happy's managed to sneak in Necropolis on the far side. And there we go. We'll try town ball out, try save these tanks. Loses his paladin. But the entire undead base is dead. A rebuild Necropolis. Can Happy somehow make this comeback? Romantic with no more gold. Lost close to 30 pop cap worth of tanks in that assault. And is Happy coming on the offensive now? He's got, you know, quite a bit of siege damage of his own. Ooh. Flying machine gonna go for a reconnaissance mission, try find these last remaining undead buildings. Happy doesn't have much gold left either. Maybe build one more ziggurat or similar. Not another Necropolis.
A player's forces are under attack.
Okay, it looks like he's not going on the offensive, pulling back with the meat wagons. But yeah, it was kind of interesting. Starting out that fight, he was aiming the meat wagons at the tanks that were moving. Need to be aiming them at the ones that were stationary. Get the most amount of damage. Which wants to get in here, try to take down some of these tanks. Romantic doesn't have any gold left
Forces are under attack.
to revive his heroes with. And there we go. Flying machine spots this Necropolis.
The town is under siege.
And tanks look like they want to head out in that direction to take care of it. Flying machine still doing reconnaissance. Can Happy stop this wave of tanks? They're low, but there's still so many of them.
A player's forces are under attack.
Oh, he finds the Zeppelin. And take that down, and the tank's opening up on the Necropolis. He finds the second Necropolis with the flying machine. Good rain of fire onto these tanks. But there we go, they take care of that Necropolis lightning fast. And they're heading over to the next one. Looks like Happy trying to do some targeted attack rounds here. Catch the moving tanks. Here we go, 2 tanks going to be over there quickly. Take care a lot of those tanks, but this is still a lot of firepower. He's got 1 acolyte here for repairs. Oh, he's managed to sneak another Necropolis. Maybe he sold some items.
The town is under siege.
And he did take down that flying machine, remember. Lord going after a tank. Here we go, he's on the repairs. Death Knight here.
player's forces are
Trying to stay alive. Finds the Acolyte at this blight position. Gonna try and kill that, deny any opportunities. Oh no! A tank finds the in production necropolis, and that could be it. That could be it. It's all systems go. All the tanks heading over to this last necropolis. Does Happy have enough gold? Oh, he doesn't have enough gold. Can't even build a shop. He doesn't have the orb anymore. He's sold everything, and that's it. Happy goes down. The tanks get the job done. What a battle, eh? Oh man, those tanks can be hard to deal with. Really nice Blizzard play though by Romantic this game. Happy tried to use those meat wagons, but they just couldn't stay stationary doing the damage to the tanks. Blizzard just blasting them out. And there we go. Romantic gets it done. It turned out to be very close at the end. If Happy could have just fought off that last wave of tanks, could have got the job done, but there you go. Anyway, GG. Thanks for tuning in to another installment of Warcraft Wednesday, and until next time, goodbye and good luck.